Alright guys, in this video, we're going to answer the most commonly asked question. How do I get started in the cargo van business?
Your hustle got to be strong in this industry, as in any other industry.
Alright, so once you've decided what you want to do, whether it be local or over the road, the next thing, which is my advice, which is the least amount of money invested in doing this to find out if this is for you and something that you truly like. The videos can be misleading. You know, everybody thinks that they like to drive, take a little Sunday stroll. But doing deliveries, especially over the road, is completely different. It's a whole different beast. So, the least amount of investment to come out of your pocket is to do, for over the road, specifically what I'm talking about right now, is to find what's called a fleet owner. A fleet owner is somebody like myself who owns multiple vans, and we look for drivers to put in there. So now once you've found that position and you link up with the fleet owner, you guys agree to, whatever you agree to, pay cut and everything, which that's a different topic as far as what to expect as a driver, as far as the pay split and all of those things. That's something that you're going to have to go a little more in depth to. This is just going to cover the basics. So once you've agreed to what you're going to agree to with the fleet owner, you guys agree to meet up and get you put into the van. The van is already signed on with the carrier, or it's already in a position that it's, ready to make money and start getting loads for it. That's not something that you have to concern yourself with right now. You're just going to be delivering the load. You're responsible for transporting loads, securing the freight, taking care of paperwork on your end, so on and so forth. Now all this is going to cost you investment-wise is at most a plane ticket, bus ticket, or whatever means you use to go to the van where the van is located. Then you're going to need enough money to get through at the most 2 weeks worth of paying for gas and paying for yourself to eat and drink and all that stuff while you're on the road. Alright guys, real quick, if you haven't yet, hit the subscribe button for cargo van business on a regular basis. Hit the like button if you like the content. Comment if you have questions and any kind of feedback or any kind of information to add to what we're talking about in this video. Share this video to others that are looking for this information. Easiest way to determine roughly how much it'll cost you, you talk to the fleet owner, you can discuss about how many miles. They should be able to give you a good idea how much money you should have. But just for the sake of trying to put it together right now without talking to a fleet owner, if you're doing over the road, you should look to average around anywhere from 2,000 to 4,000 miles per week. I shouldn't say average, but you should look to be in the range of 2,000 to 4,000 miles per week. Then you can take and look at the average miles per gallon for a van, hauling freight across the country, doing the speed limits, all that. You can guesstimate on the low side around 17 to 18 miles to the gallon. Then you can do the average price of gas. Just do all the math. Math the math, man. Math it to death. And that'll give you a general idea of what it's going to cost you for gas. Then you're going to need to eat and drink. You can, figure all that out yourself, how much you eat and drink, and, just do the numbers with that. So that's what you'll need to survive, worst case scenario, starting out with the fleet owner. Alright, so for the local regional stuff, you're going to do something similar. You're going to basically look for somebody that owns a van that's looking to put a driver in it. With OTR, you're going to be calling Expedite carriers. You're going to be going to a link that I'll put in the description for over the road is for Expediters Online. .com. You'll go there and they have a classified section as far as fleet owners looking for drivers. That's a good place to go. You can also go on Indeed. You can go on Craigslist. I highly recommend getting on Facebook groups, all the Expediting Facebook groups, and look in the hit the search section and look for fleet owners looking for drivers or driver wanted. Just keywords. Put that in those groups, and it should pop up past postings that are going to have people that were looking for drivers. If you don't see anything like that, put out your own post. I highly suggest putting out all your particulars as far as what city you're from, any experience, how long you could possibly be out, all of those things. So put all of those things in there, and you're going to link up with the fleet owner. There's no doubt about it if you do those things. As far as local regional, I would say look for classified, you know, as far as Craigslist, Indeed as well, Google courier companies or last mile delivery companies. Contact them. Just ask for, I don't know if you look for recruiting or not, but you just ask to talk with somebody and ask them basically, hey, do you have any known fleet owners that are looking for a driver for a van for any of their routes? That would be the easiest and safest way to go. Now, mind you guys, make a very informed decision on which way you want to go, local, regional, or over the road. My experience is that most people want the local, regional stuff because a lot of people don't want to be gone the amount of time they need to be gone. The over the road positions are best suited for people that can be gone, don't have a family or young kids at home or whatever it may be. And the best thing I can say about over the road, it's sort of like camping all the time, because you're in your van. You're not getting hotel money to get hotels all the time, those things like that. So it's a very sporadic schedule too. You're not going to get the same sleep patterns and whatnot. But just to get more information on what OTR expediting is, check out my channel. Just look at all the previous videos, look at other YouTube channels, TikTok, whatever. Just kind of get an idea of what over the road is as opposed to local region. All right, for those that possibly have a van and you've seen these videos, or you heard about being able to haul freight and you're like, hey man, I want to try and put this van to use. Again, obviously you're not going to go to fleet owners. You have your own van. If you want to do over the road stuff, what you're going to do is you're going to contact these expedite carriers by Googling them, by getting on the Facebook groups and finding them. Go on to Expeditors Online as well and get a list of expedite carriers, and you basically will call them, talk to recruiting, and just say, hey, I've got this van. I'm just wanting to know if you guys are willing to take on any van, you know, whatever your van is. You know, you got to find out, because some carriers require a certain age van, you know, certain length, certain height, all of those things. So depending on your van, you basically have to discuss with them the particulars of your van, see if it's the right fit or not. If you're doing local or over the road stuff, in my opinion, it's pretty easy to get started in that, because there's so many apps and websites. There's a ton of videos on those apps and websites. In the description below, I'll even post it here on the video, but I'll put a list of all of the apps and websites that I've kind of jotted down over time watching people's videos and whatnot that has to do with finding freight, regional, local type stuff. Now, to get started with your own van, you'll also have to find out whether it's over the road or whether it's local, regional. You'll contact whatever carrier or company you're going through for your freight, whether it be an app, whether it be a business, brick and mortar business that you contacted face to face. You'll have to find out their insurance requirements. For over-the-road expediting, the most common coverage is $1 million liability, $100,000 cargo, and then you'll obviously want your non-trucking insurance coverage on that as well. Some carriers offer it through the carrier. Some require you to carry your own, so you'll have to contact your insurance agent, a commercial insurance agent. I'll put this in this video. I'll put this on the screen right here as far as a phone number to contact, which is the agency that I use, which most commonly you're going to go with Progressive, but there are other insurance coverages out there. It's just a matter of finding the agent to find these, but I'll put the agent that I work with on this video and in the description below. With the local regional stuff, I'm not as familiar with that. I've heard 700,000, 100,000. I think some may require even less coverage. So again, that's going to be something that you're going to find out when you sign up for these apps, or whether you contact these courier companies or last mile delivery companies. All that stuff is going to get, you know, a little more clarified for you once you have those talks with those people. The thing about the cargo van business, it's just so easy to get into, as far as it doesn't require a certain education level. It doesn't require any kind of college degrees or any kind of certifications for the most part. So that's why it's kind of, you know, saturated, so overly saturated like it is. But if you have the know-how and the willingness, you'll be able to make it in the cargo van business. You just have to understand that things are a little tougher at times. These things go through cycles. Right now we're in a downturn, but you can still make a living if you truly want to. It's just not going to be simple, and it's not going to be as glorious and bountiful as some of these videos may lead you to believe. So if you're willing to work and you've got to go get them to do it, and you've got the as far as the awareness and common sense to do this, you'll be fine. You'll definitely be fine. But if there's something I missed on this and you have a question still, put it in the comment. I'll either do a video response to it or a comment right there in the comment section. Also, I've got an email in the description below, so if you need to email me something a little longer than what you want to put in a comment, feel free to. So I believe that's going to be it for now, guys, and I'm out.
Your hustle got to be strong in this industry, as in any other industry.